arrive, la saison va changer, je veux porter les kilos, les lunettes, les sandales, je veux tout ça, je veux être sexy. Oui, je suis bilingue, oui. Hello, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Barbara and I'm a US-based Cameroonian YouTuber. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the reasons I decided to have my kids back to back. If you're new to this channel, I do have 4 kids, and the first is 6, the second is almost 2, and the twin girls are 8 months old. Ever since growing up, I always wanted to have my kids back to back, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way for me because my first is 6. If you don't know, I was married before and unfortunately things didn't work out, so that's the reason there's a gap between my 6-year-old and my 2-year-old. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys like the reasons I decided to have my kids back to back. Pretty much I'm just gonna tell you guys the advantages and disadvantages of having your kids back to back if that's something you're thinking about. So keep on watching this video. So the first point I want to touch is it's less expensive when you have your kids back to back. It doesn't really matter the sex because you can pretty much use whatever you have for your first child all the way to your last child if you decide to have your kids back to back. Let's say for example you get a swing. Always try to get something that is unisex. If you have that plan to have your kids back to back, make sure you get something that is unisex, that you can use it for both girl and boy. For example, I had my 6-year-old like 6 years ago, but up until last year I still had his the Ottoman and the how you call it, the chair you sit to breastfeed. I had that. I actually donated that when we were moving into our new home. So yeah, I kind of kept it because I always knew I was gonna have more kids and I was just trying to save some money. And there's another thing, there are some other things that I still have to this day. I'm just a keeper. I did not keep everything. I just kept a few things that I was really attached to, especially like for my second son and the twin girls. I couldn't use the stroller because when I found out I was having twin, I had to get like a double stroller. Yes, I did use the same car seat. I just had to get one extra car seat for another baby. First, my second son's onesies, I'm still using them on the girls and it's saving me a lot because I like to buy white onesies. So I got him a lot of white onesies, so which is kind of unisex, so I'm still using those on the girls. I didn't buy much of onesies for them, so yeah, that's working really good for me. So I'm gonna move on. If you see me looking down, I have some notes written down so we don't forget anything. Even still, when you have your notes, sometimes you forget to put some points, and after you've uploaded the video, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I forgot this. But anyways, I just wanted to have my kids and just get it over with so I can focus on other things, because I didn't just want to take that break. Okay, after you have the first child, you relax, and then maybe 2 years later, just as most people do it, 2 years later I revisit that. You know, if I'm feeling pain, I just wanted to do it all at the same time, the nauseousness, everything. I just wanted to go through that pregnancy phase and just face it and get it over with it. So originally I wanted 4 kids and I'm now here. Kids, thank God, I'm so grateful. But at the back of my mind, these girls are growing so fast and I'm beginning to ask myself the question, Barbie, are you really done? I love kids so much, especially the baby stage. They are just so adorable. Like, my girls are growing so fast, but looking at my body too, I'm like, you know what, you said you wanted 4, so God has blessed you with 4. I'm done. Right now I'm on birth control. Point I want to touch is when you have your kids back to back, when you have them, they grow together, they tend to have playmates. It's different for us, especially in the Western world, because I mean, your kids don't go out there to play a lot, you know, except if you have like a community of your same people, maybe your country people, that during maybe the weekends, you know, especially when your kids are going to school, they can only go out maybe during the weekends to play with other kids. But at home they tend to be lonely, so if they don't have like a playmate, it's really boring for them because they are kids and you're grown. You know, they want to do kid stuff, they want to have somebody they can play with, you know. But back home, you know, even if you're an only child, even if you have just one child, they can always play with neighbors because Back home is just different. Like, you always have someone to play with. Like, you live in a compound, you always have someone to play with. The lifestyle there is different, the activities there are different. But yeah, everything is just so, like, I don't know how to put it, but in the Western world, everything is just so, like, restricted. You know, the kids want to go out and play all the time, but it's not gonna happen because the parents have to work. A lot of things going on, so you have to get them ready for school. You know, you just bring them up in the same way. So that's one of the reasons I decided that's another advantage of you having your kids back to back. And the last, when you have your kids back to back, you have it, and then you can, when you're done having children, if let's say if you decide you want to have 6, 7 or 4, 3, whatever number you decide to have, when you're done with that number, you can actually focus on yourself. Because trust me, kids, it's a lot of work. It's not as easy as it seems. It's a lot of work that goes into it, except you are that type of parent, you just want to have kids. Because I just believe having those children is just like a chapter of the book. There's a lot more to it. So after you have the kids, you can now focus on yourself, be it a career or weight loss or anything you want to focus on. You can now focus on yourself. You can now focus on yourself if it's your career, so you can provide them with a better life, you know. Or if you're that person, you want to, I've never been that person that, oh, I would say, oh, I want to wait till I'm done with school and start having kids. I'm ready to juggle it. That's why I just want to thank God for the strength he gives me every day, because everybody is different. Like, if you're watching this video and you feel like you are not doing good enough, trust me, everybody is different. Our grace from God is not the same. God blesses people differently. I might be looking at you and I'm envying, like, oh, your life is this, and you are looking at me like, oh, how come she's doing it so easy? How come she's making it look so easy? How come? You ask so many questions, and at the end of the day, you have to realize that everybody is different. Yeah, I just want to feel sexy. I just want to have that confidence of myself. I don't want any insecurities. The insecurities will always be there, but you have to find a way to overcome it. And I have insecurities of my weight, so I'm like, you know what, I need to get this done. I want to feel confident. I want to be happy. I just want to, because when you're happy, you treat people around you. Like, be happy because I want the people around me to feel loved too. Because if I'm not happy, if I'm angry, I'll be giving attitude, and I don't want that, you know. So yeah, those are just the points that kind of motivated me to have my kids back to back. So, and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm seeing progress in my weight loss. I'm focusing on my career, my school, you know. I'm getting there. I see progress, you know. I know God is taking me somewhere. So we're gonna move now to the disadvantages of having those children back to back. The first point is your social life. If you don't have help, again, I'll bring up the fact that living in the Western world, away from family, you might not have people around you to help. Because back home, like the village, the whole village can raise a child, you know. People are always there to watch the child. It's like people are always needy. They want to watch the child. If you want to rush to the market, you have someone. You never watch after your child. If you want to go to the farm, you never watch after your child. If you want to go to a party, they are so willing to watch after your child or your children. But yeah, it is different. Your social life will come to a stop. It will come to a stop. Like, I can't even remember the last time I really went out, like, to socialize with people. That's something I'm really working on, because I recently joined our Cameroon association in my state. So I've been there just once, and I really want to make it like every month. We have it like every month, and y'all know I do work weekends. So I told myself that I'm gonna call off, like, off work the day of the meeting. So because it's very important to socialize with your people. So that's something I'm really working on. I've already worked on it, because I found a solution for that, because having these kids back to back is so hard for you to socialize. You cannot be taking a bunch of kids to go out there. I mean, you can't just carry all your children to go out for a meeting, because there will be chaos. At the end of the day, you will not have fun. And I'm not trying to create that time. Go out there, call off work, you know, put everything on a stop. And so again, like I was saying, like, I just don't want to carry all the kids out there. There are times that I just want to have my space. Of course, I enjoy spending time with my kids, but at the same time, I just want that alone time to go out there and socialize, be it with some friends, or my husband, just that alone time. Right now I don't have help, but if I ever need help, you know, whoever is coming to help me, you won't have much to do in my home because I love to do things by myself. The main reason I'll need someone is maybe, okay, I'm about to finish school, I'm gonna start working like a full-time. My life has really come to like a halt because of the kids. I'm trying to raise them, you know, they are still very young, but I'm trying to find a way to balance it up because at the same time I want to be happy and I want to do things that I love. I'm planning a trip. I really want to travel. I just want to get, you know, I just want to revamp my social life. Weight gain. When you have your kids back to back, let's talk weights. Let's talk weights, which I don't mind. Is as a result of my kids. I'm very happy about that. My arm is really not my problem. My tummy is the problem. Like, I'm trying to have that tummy not going flat back to normal, but yes. Let's talk about losing weight. When you have your kids back to back, you don't even have that space, that gap between to even like work out to clear off the first baby's weight before you start trying for another baby. All the weight just kind of piles up on you. That happened to me when I had my second son and the twin girls. Like, I didn't have that time to lose the weight. I remember my son was already like 6 months and people were asking me like, are you pregnant? No, I wasn't pregnant. It's just the weight, because when I was trying to get pregnant after I had my son, I didn't want to be working out. I didn't, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I don't want to work out because maybe in the process of me working out, maybe the pregnancy is already there and I might just, something will just happen and it will just come out. So I was very skeptical about that, and I didn't want to work out. So I chose not to work out. And you know, your girl was so food, and you know your girl is so foodie. All I did was eat, sleep, doing nothing. So I gained tons of weight, and then boom, I found out I'm pregnant. So you know, the weight just kept piling on. I didn't have the chance to lose like my son's weight to the girl. So after I had my twins, that's when I decided, okay, I have 4 kids, I want to start working on my weight. But it's so hard. Let me tell you guys, it's so easy to gain that weight, but it's very hard to lose it. Weight loss journey is hard. Like, you will do all what you can, but you look at yourself in the mirror, you be like, oh, I don't see results. But the results are there, but you just don't see it because it's not a drastic change. So yeah, and I like to do it naturally. I want to lose the weight naturally. For now, let's try that. Having all these kids, I have 4. It can be overwhelming at times. So much noise. You really have to plan and organize yourself to deal with like kids. Imagine my kids are under 6. Of course, Jason don't need really much attention, but Papa and the girls, they need a lot of attention. When I do stay home with them, like before you're done with one, the other is crying, the other person is crying. So my solution, I kind of, you know, I had to figure a way out. That's why I tell you guys always in my video, I like to put the girls on the same schedule. I like to put the girls on the same schedule, because when I put them on the same schedule, it's it goes very easy for me. Like, I don't even feel anything. But if one person is sleeping, the other person is up, it's just like I'm walking around the clock, and I don't want that. I have other things to do, I have other things to attend to, I have Papa to take care of. But Papa is not much of a trouble. So long as he's eating, he's been fed, he's changed, you know, he's good. He just goes around playing, screaming around mama, daddy, you know. So I had to find a solution. So it's really working out for me. It's kind of a disadvantage, but at the same time, you have to find a solution. You have to do what works best for you. So I found a solution for that, and I'm so grateful to God for the strength, you know. I live like whatever you tell yourself, you can do it, you know. If it's something you love, you go to every length to like make it work. So I love children, so I love kids, so I just had to make it work. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the last point on the disadvantage part of having your kids back to back. It can get really expensive. When I say it can get expensive, it's when they start going to school. If it's public school, it's fine, you know, you don't really pay much. But if it's private school, trust me, imagine 4 kids in school at the same time. It's pricey, it's very expensive. So that's something you really have to consider. At the same time, and you're paying out of pocket, it's really not easy. So if you're that person that you want to have your kids back to back, you have to really consider where you're going to be moving to, where you're going to live. You have to find an area that they have like good school district. That will really help you. Points from my perspective that I really wanted to share with you guys, because I know most people out there, they really want to have their kids back to back. You just have to consider. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you do so, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit on that red subscribe button. And if you're not new and you've been watching me for some time and never felt the need to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and hit on that red subscribe button down below, and also do not forget to turn that notification bell so that each time I upload a video you will be notified. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I wish you all the best, and I thank you again for all your love and support. I appreciate you guys so very much. Without much further ado, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.